dance verbita.
The Semba.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Ideally, men have to dress like this. Women
yeah.
have to dress like this.
Yes.
Okay. And you know that's just with anybody. Like the day your mom and your dad will go dance, it's a day that will really mean it. You know. So that's why they'll dress like this. Okay. So coming to an end, this is the message I want to tell you guys. First, thank you guys for making some time. Hopefully this is helpful in your journey of dancing.
Yes.
And I say it again, it's an endless. See, this is a one-way trip. When you get into the Kizomba vibes, you know, some people have all kinds of craziness. You kiss me, I'm kissed, or whatever. But I mean, you have a reason to. There's no way back. Once you go Kizomba, you never go back. Then you will be a better dancer, a better person, if you use this formula. I'm not sure if you I agree with me, but I still believe that dancing plus the knowledge, dancing skill plus knowing the culture, doesn't matter if it is salsa, if it is bachata, learn the Latinos, deal with them, understand them, stay with the locals, you will be a happier person. The ultimate goal of dancing has to be happiness, but anything else. Thank you so much. Tossa Kidila, muito obrigado. For those who don't follow me, I just released the book.
Nice.
Go on my social media.
Isn't it in English yet?
It will be in English.
When?
Okay.
Yeah, when?
Soon.
Yeah.
So I'm on social media. Those who don't
That's
have
what
my
I'm
social
saying.
media.
Is it download or is it
Yes.
It's download.
So your class is after. Do we have time for any 2-3 questions? Okay. Any opinions, questions, anything that I can answer? I'm sorry it was too quick, but I'll take any questions.
Any questions?
I have one.
I'll have one. No, we don't have time for pop.
You got no question.
To connect dance and culture, as let's say someone who like not ignorant in a negative way that the word has been formalized, but like just to not know, right? Someone who wanted to step foot into his or just the culture in general. Are there any key pointers, whether it's 1, 2, or 3, that you would say you would advise them as far as like where they would go to gain information, certain either books or references to kind of seek out the knowledge to introduce them to the lifestyle, introduce them to the dance style, introduce them to the culture, for them to like nowadays, because we do have enough information. I mean, it's a beautiful presentation so far, even though I can understand how right there. But just references to help someone be introduced into the culture as a whole.
That's an amazing question.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this. This question could answer, this answer could answer this question and many other questions, right?
Yeah.
I get people asking me, I speak 4 languages. And some people think, I wish I could speak more because I know people who speak more. And when people ask me, like, how is it possible? How did it happen? Like, I speak Spanish, but I never went to school for Spanish. Number one thing, you want to learn something new, not only dancing, not only the culture, keep your mind open.
Yeah.
Open-minded.
Yeah.
Humbleness to respect the culture. When I go to socials and I see the Haitians and there's compa playing, I know I can dance, I can learn. Mr. Angola can teach me my butt to go like this, my shoulder to go like this. But at the end of the day, I know there's some people there who has different type of connection because they know, because they came from there. That thing you don't take from nobody.
Agreed.
That's part of the culture. So acknowledge that, right? Open your mind, acknowledge that. Now, the third thing I'll say in court, dance with the angels. Don't tell me you want to dance Kizomba, but you're not going to socials. I'm an actor, right? For those who know, it's the first thing. When I was growing up, we were actors. We came from acting. There was a rule, like if you were saying you're an actor, you never. What's the last play you've been to? You don't go to theater. You don't watch plays. You cannot tell me you're an actor.
Okay.
You take one class of Kizomba, now you want to debate Kizomba, but you don't go to socials. You don't go to festivals. You know what I mean? You don't challenge yourself. You know. Now the next thing I'll say, put yourself in the rain and expect to get wet.
Okay.
Don't be trying to be. I tell that to you in Orlando, right? Don't try to dance like him. Maybe he was born dancing that. You're dancing. You're not competing. This is not about competition. It's about happiness. Are you happy when you dance? Good. Don't run away from what the good dancers are. I don't give a fuck. I'll dance my way. I see people apologizing when they may stop dancing. Why apologize? Dance. Go back to base. Fuck this shit. You know what I mean? You to be a little bit of a don't give a fuck type of a person to get to a level where you're comfortable committing mistakes.
Yeah.
Only then you're gonna progress to the next stage. When I was in Philly, I used to teach dancing. And this person, I had a student that paid me for 1 year, always on time. And she knew how to dance, but only with me and only at the gym or the studio. I'll tell her, let's go to Angolan party, she'll run away. Let's go to social, she'll run away. And when she meets somebody, she'll be like, oh, I'm just taking classes with Paulo, I don't know how to dance. You know how to dance. Guys, you can pay, the instructors might not like what I'm saying right now, but you can pay everybody in the world, but they're not gonna make you good dancers if you don't make yourself, you don't put you out there. You know what I mean? After you learn saída, contratempo, passada, base to base to what else? If you don't know how to do that, if you don't listen to the song and you don't feel the song, what else can you make you a better dancer? Like paying Mr. Angola $500 more? No, then you're gonna say, oh, he's using my money, whatever. Of course, that's that he needs. They need the money, right? So, last thing I'll tell you is, it comes with the language too, right? When I came to America 2014, I couldn't speak English like that. I wouldn't be able to do this presentation. And some people, my friends from Angola, they will laugh at me because I had so much gaps, in speaking. They didn't know they were dealing with an actor. We used to face challenge. What I started doing, I was auditioning for American plays, and I was at one point only talking to Americans. That's how I got to talk. I was at one point only working at a restaurant with Latinos, Puerto Ricans, washing dishes, and at the end of the day I was speaking Spanish. What I'm trying to say is, and I'm seeing people doing this very well, like this amazing doctor, I don't know where she gets the money from. Every month she's in Europe. She goes to Angola. She goes to Angola. She spends all her money with Kizomba, traveling the world. So what I'm trying to say is right?
Don't be ashamed to do
Right? So the next recipe is you go where the people are. Where you gonna dance? You're taking classes, but you don't try yourself. You don't put yourself in a dangerous situation. How you gonna dance? How you gonna learn, right? So this is just a little bit of the recipes. You could have more, but more honesty, right? Last question, if there is any opinion, anything.
All the list of people that you mentioned, is this available somewhere?
That's one of the problems. And I'll tell you, like we say in Angola, c'est no pan, talk on se va no pan. A lot of the stuff we present, it comes out of one-on-one conversations. We go to the source. Unfortunately, in Angola, we don't have many books written. We spend time finding the person who did it, who knows the story. It's a lot of word of mouth, and we compound it. I'm okay sharing, but this is very new, and this is what's getting me on the road. Like, you do your urban kids and you're traveling the world. If I give this to you when you go to Australia, you're gonna talk to yourself, who needs me for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the point right now. So we're not sharing this presentation just yet. However,
I'll sign the NDA right now.
we open to share knowledge. Let's say if you're doing your own research and you want to cross-fact, hit me up, Paulo. I want to talk about this topic. What do you have to share with me? Now, give you my whole presentation. I cannot just now.
No, like the name.
No, but
No,
what
yes.
she's saying is,
The name.
Like the
for example, is there any documentation stating the names
The
so they
name
can
of-
review?
Yeah, at least the names you get it from the internet.
Yeah.
No, that's
I'm
it.
saying like,
So
what's
then-
a way for her to find it?
Can you give us the name? Can you?
Page right now, like the best source. Is there a YouTube video that's like
That's what
here are, like,
saying.
the best like
They want you to
artists
reference
to go check
this.
out? Yeah.
I just don't think
So
it's like,
there's
at
a-
least,
there's a
at least you can give a
know,
couple of names, because
Yeah.
to be
Because
honest,
we didn't know those
a
names.
packet of songs like here.
how can people tell the teach the culture
You
if you guys
reminded
don't
me
write
my
nothing
days
down?
of teaching in school that I have to give everything you use.
You do.
No, because what happened
Yeah.
is like a lot of things that you gave us today is the first time we heard it.
Heard the names.
Or the names, so we know like of course Carlos, we know, but we don't know the real, the final.
3 decades.
I guess the whole thing is like, if there's nothing,
Justin.
there's no references, documentation, how can it be shared?
And also,
So, yeah,
guys,
yeah.
we learned this and we want to give this to other people. How?
Right.
Why don't you go to a festival and say, hi guys, this festival is amazing, a lot of people dancing good. Why don't you guys go, Paulo, to tell you guys a little bit of something I heard in Miami that is really going to help you guys. Okay.
There you go.
I mean, this is probably not the right forum, but can I recommend that maybe you guys set up a Instagram page or something that we can say, hey, they're doing workshops. People, you want to reference this, and then there's also
Yeah, do you have like a, do
links
you have a
that
card
might go,
page?
like,
Do you have a way for people to know that you provide this?
Yeah, so we can be like, go check out this brand. Like, this is who we want. This is the
That's a good
references
question.
right here.
Because let's be honest, that's one thing I did notice about the culture. You guys keep it tight knit, but then you complain no one knows anything.
And you're right.
Like, how does that work?
And you're right. And I'll answer it this way. Let me answer it this way. I had this conversation this morning with Jeffrey, and I was told off, per se, 2 weeks ago by Carlos Kamba. He's like, dude, you have to put yourself out there so people can book you.
Correct.
Listen, I don't have time to keep up with your lifestyle because
I don't have time either.
how do I say this?
Oh, wow.
You can. Oh, but